Hello and welcome to your show. This is SOUQ Pulse, and you know already, this is SOUQ News. Here we are all about positive programming. But when time comes, we talk. Like we always tell you, don't keep quiet. It doesn't matter where it is, where it's happening, what is happening, who is happening to, who is involved, who is not involved, to what extent businesses are doing well, be it loans, be it agriculture, be it policies, be it development, be it infrastructure. We ask, we talk, we ask again, we talk, and we never stop asking, and we never stop talking. This is the home of talk because when we talk, we seek solutions, and in those solutions, answers that will provide businesses that will cure those particular problems are there in the businesses are the profit. It's always a race. Let's not get that ever off our minds. We must bring products to the market, not always as consumers, not always as buyers. And in this particular statement, I'm referring to you, me, Africans. That is who we are. And we must get up and get counted. Today on SOUQ Pulse, we'll be going somewhere that has to deal and touch a whole lot of things happening in Nigeria and neighboring countries. Because this particular issue is one that is biting hard. And unfortunately, when it hits, it affects our neighbors, no matter how far they are. They depend on us on this. We also depend on them on a whole other level, on other issues. But this is affecting every one of us. My name is Chuks John-Rogers. Chuks. When we return, I will get to tell you where we are heading to because you are feeling it as I speak. And we'll get personal. Don't go anywhere. This is SOUQ Pulse. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back. It's SOUQ Pulse. Now, today it is me. When you hear me say me, I mean it is me and my thoughts. Questions I really need answers to. Questions you also need answers to. Thoughts that are likely going to keep me awake all night. So I verbalize it. I put words to them and will ask those questions today. So you will not see a guest. But one thing for sure, you will see yourself in every question mark that come at the end of every sentence or a phrase. Because we will ask these questions. Are we going to look for answers? Yes, we've asked it. And we will look out for it and make sure our questions count. Where are we going to today? We are asking ourselves this first premise, which happens to be our topic. And that is where every other thing will stem from. Why do we have fuel queues again? I'll repeat it again. Now, for those within the borders of Nigeria, why do you have fuel queues? Again, for our neighbors, majorly those towards the north, Niger, Benin, some other parts of Cameroon, they depend a lot on Nigeria for their PMS, for their diesel. Now, over time, there has been a relationship. How that works out, it depends on how close you are to whoever is marketing, who's distributing. But it has worked out for every of these good neighbors of ours. Then we had issues. Now we have issues again. So this is where this starts. Me, you asking these questions. Why are there fuel queues? If you go around the major cities of Nigeria, starting from Lagos to Abuja, Port Harcourt to Benin, Haura Namoda all the way to Owerri, Aba all the way to Ondo, what you get to see a lot are black markets. Now, when I say black markets for petroleum products, you see people selling fuel in kegs. Is this the way forward? Now people must survive. You will say, yes. Have we thought about the risk to their lives, to their loved ones, to people's properties? Because most people selling in those kegs are majorly, they don't look like people that will own houses. So they are renting. And later part of the day, these things will be stored in people's houses. How safe is it? From the person that owns the house to the person that took it there in the first place. Why are there queues? Now, these are things that are stemming because there are queues in the first place. Do I have answers to that? That is what I'm asking. Why do we have these queues? We want and must get productive. That is the basics of us being a people. You work, you put food on the table, you feed yourself, you feed a family. You get productive, you're able to employ the next person. You grow a business, you scale it up. Then you can be able to influence your immediate community. Then you can be able to influence your state, your nation. Then you can export. Then it counts. Now, to what extent are these queues costing our productivity? This is the questions I want every one of us to start asking. We are getting productive. We must get productive. Now, to what extent are these queues, fuel queues, costing our productivity? I ask you this. Let's start from the basics. For you that will watch later, for you that is watching now, for you that is going to be part of this conversation at a later time, be it when you leave and it's ringing in your head. How is commute to work? How has it been? It's you, it's me. You paying off the salary you're being paid. You paying off the business, no matter how big or how small. How has the commute to work been with these queues that have surfaced again? Then for you that has scaled up your business to a particular place, or you that is a farmer, or you that is in production, or you that is making sure that your company gets the product to work on, how has transporting goods and product affected productivity? These are areas we all need to look at and not just let it fly over our heads. The everyday paid laborers, how have they fared? Now, a lot of times when we talk about what's happening in the economy, we forget that somebody needs to wake up in the morning and what he feeds himself or his family with is what he works off that day. You can call it living from hand to mouth. That's left for you. But people in this category, how have they fared? Can they be able to get up and get to those particular businesses? Those places where they put their energy down for a day's wage. How have they fared? These are considerations and things we must think about. These are questions we must ask before we escalate it. It's a day of questions. Is me verbalizing my thoughts? Is me expecting you to also do the same? We need to be responsive to issues like this and take responsibility and own it. It's our problem. We can't run away from it. This is where we are. If we refuse to own our problem, then how are we going to seek solutions? Let's ask ourselves again, what is the role of NMPCL in all this? Yes, you heard me right. What is the role of NMPCL in all of this? Over the years, we've had a corporation and they have been mandated and charged to oversee this sector. Now we can give excuses from now to tomorrow. We can write white papers from now till tomorrow. We still have to ask this question. Is NMPCL still the sole authority in charge of licensing and procurement of refined products into Nigeria? Who exactly is responsible for making sure that products are imported? Who exactly is responsible for giving out licenses for whoever, whatever corporation, whatever company ends up bringing product, refined petroleum product into Nigeria? If we can answer that question, then that takes us to the next one. Does NMPCL have an overlord function on local refineries? Now we've looked at, okay, who is bringing in? Okay, what about those refining here? If your answer, depending on your yes or no, whatever it is, let's ask ourselves the next question. Have they delivered on this mandate? When you send a child to school or acquire a skill, you expect the child to get back. If it's a skill, the child should be able to have a knowledgeable working practice of that skill. If it's school, the child should be able to come back with a result. It doesn't matter the grade the result is in, but the child should be able to come back. Okay, I spent 3 years, I spent 4 years, and I graduated learning this. This is my result. This is what I have resolved to also go ahead and do this result. Now, NNPC has been there all this while. If we say those are their mandates, have they delivered on it? Now, do we see their activities as a paid service to the nation? And also, do they also see their activities as a paid service to a nation? And when we say a nation, to Nigeria, is all questions. Questions we have to sit and seek answers to. Then if all this have really been answered by you, if all these have really been asked by you, let's also ask the question, if we expect businesses to do well, if you say my business will do well, if you did not open a business to run a loss, why is NNPCL in business? It's been how many years that we've had NNPC before it turned to NNPCL? So why are they still in business if we are still having fuel queues? Why are they still in business if refineries are not working? Why are they still in business if the local refineries that have been built are not working? Why are they still in business if we are looking for dollars to go and import fuel after over 25 years? Why are they still in business? These are questions we need to ask. These are questions we need answers to. These are questions that should be able to wake you up at night and you ask this question. Why are they still in business? Who exactly are they serving? I guess you didn't see that coming. This is SOUQ Pulse. When we say let's talk, we talk. Who exactly are they serving? Are they serving the Nigerian government? Then who is the government? That is where the next question comes. Are they serving the Nigerian people? Or is NNPC serving NNPC? So who exactly are they serving? What is the government doing? Or what has the government been seen to be doing? Because a lot of times when we read the prints, we get to see a whole lot of headlines and you ask yourself, is this government or is this NNPC? Are they two different people? Is NNPC accountable to government or is government accountable to NNPC? Is NNPC a Nigerian enterprise? Is it a Nigerian agency? Or they are lords over Nigeria? Are they different? Are they really there to work for the betterment of the nation? These are questions that we just have to keep asking. Because if we say we want to get productive, then we can't be docile. Why do we as a people see abnormalities and call it a Nigerian factor? This takes us back to the whole question that have come out on the NNPC. Why do we wake up every day and sleep every day and say, after all, Niger, after all, there is a queue. You spend 4 hours in traffic because of a traffic in front of a pump station and you can't get to work. Emergency is blocked and you just go and come back and it's normal. Is it really normal? For everyone that is watching today and you're asking yourself, in truth, these questions, we also need to first ask ourselves, how normal have we normalized abnormalities? To what extent do we see what we should stand up and say no to and wake up and say, no, don't worry, we'll go and pray? We'll go on a very short break. When we return, we'll go to a second part of this particular questions and mind-boggling issues today, because you won't get to see someone else apart from you And like I will say this, if it's possible, pick up your phone, your screen, kill it, look at it, you see yourself, ask yourself these questions. And if you happen to be at home, there's a mirror, look at that mirror. Because if there's a problem in this country, it is you, me, that have refused to do the right thing. We're going on a very short break. SOUQ Pulse will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
In the heart of sub-Saharan Africa, where commerce meets progress, welcome to SOUQ News, your source for business, economy, and development insight that drive nations forward. From the vibrant streets of Lagos, Africa's fastest economic hub, SOUQ News takes you on a journey of discovery, analyzing and reporting the facts that lay the foundation for growth and development. We don't just report the news, we create it. SOUQ News is more than a channel. It is a catalyst for change, spotlighting the stories that shape economies, inspire entrepreneurs, and fuel progress. Covering business, finance, technology, energy, and many more, SOUQ News provides a daily deep dive into the stories that matter, interviews with industry titans, and analysis that empowers your understanding of economic landscape. Join us daily as we dissect, discuss, and deliver the most relevant and factual news on business and the economy. SOUQ News is your trusted guide, empowering you with the knowledge to make informed decisions. Get ready to feel the pulse of the world around you. Welcome to SOUQ Pulse, your insert track on the stories that matter most. From the hearts of breaking news to the forefront of culture and innovation, SOUQ Pulse brings you the stories shaping our world every week. On SOUQ Pulse, we'll deep dive into the topics that drive our lives, from the latest in technology and science to politics, culture, and fear.
Investment, courage, and that commitment in spite of the challenges that entrepreneurship presents in Nigeria in particular.
Perception is propaganda, malinformation, misinformation can be created for you to perceive a certain thing that is false. Sometimes it's true, but many times it's false.
There's no state you go to in the world where you don't see construction that is consistently ongoing. No matter how developed Dubai is, they still construct roads on a daily basis.
We are no longer enjoying the light we normally enjoy. And the university vice chancellor said, it now costs me about 300 million, some 250 million to begin, 250 million to 300 million a month.
Governments should develop a particular product that will be of national value and, if possible, exportable to other countries from their own local government.
Whether it's the next big innovation, a political shakeup, or cultural phenomenon, SOUQ Pulse is there, bringing you the story with clarity and context.
You're not just only getting informed, you also become a solution. Then the business part of it. Then we talk productivity. Then you know you're on SOUQ Pulse. It's that time of the day where we tell you, go, get your friends, your neighbors, those you quarreling with, those you have issues. This is time to talk. We tell you, we don't keep quiet. It doesn't matter what policies are affecting you. It doesn't matter what the papers, the prints are telling you in your own side or the neck of the wood or your nation, or what business are pushing, profits, losses, what the stock market is talking about right now, what the Asian market is talking about right now. A whole lot of people are running down to their portfolios and trying to grab, sell off, or get some hedge. But in all this, we just say, let's talk. Your talking can make somebody better, give someone an idea.
Join us on SOUQ Pulse every day by 4 p.m. as we explore the heartbeat of the world's most compelling stories. Don't miss SOUQ Pulse on SOUQ News Television. Tune in and stay ahead of the curve.
Welcome back. It's SOUQ Pulse, and it's me and you. Now, we are looking and asking ourselves directly, why are the fuel queues back again? And that has taken us to several questions, from those that were base down to the mid-level, down to the NNPC part of it. Okay, now let's take it a notch further. On the very first day our president, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, assumed office, the president announced removal of subsidy. Now, that particular event came with loads of economic hardships. Now, government on its part, the president on his part, also initiated several interventions. Did it trickle down? That's question for another day. Did he get to the states? Those are questions for another day. Did he do the right thing? Those are questions for another day. But now the question that has troubled me in this last queue that I am witnessing, we are actively living in, is this simple question. Are we back to square one? If the president says that he had a plan to take subsidy away, save money for the nation, beautiful. Where are we now? What happened between the first day he assumed office and made that announcement, made that pronunciation, and things went this way to today? Because the fuel queues are back. There are things that you can't deny. You can't deny when you're hungry. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are. You can't deny when malaria hits you. That is the highest killer in Africa. Not bullets, not HIV/AIDS. Malaria. You can't deny it when those chills at night keep you up. And you can't deny it when you are trying to run away from traffic in Lagos because fuel queues are back. So that brings us to this question. Are we back to square one? Was the subsidy regime really vacated? Now, we had several press publications that told us that this amount of money has been saved over time thanks to the subsidy removal. What are these staggering figures published as payment for subsidy from the time it was removed and as of 2 days ago? Let it sink in a bit. Who exactly has been telling us the fact? At this time, who should we believe? Is somebody holding the president's arm? Is NNPC stronger than the presidency? These are questions we need to ask. Is it a presidential issue or is it an NNPCL issue? I'll ask that question again because it keeps my mind up. What are these staggering figures published as payment for subsidy? For those that are still wondering, between August, in the publication is in almost all the major prints, all the major sites. The sad part is even the foreign publications are also carrying it. So from August 2023 to this particular period, as I speak with you, we are looking at paying 6.808 with some other points behind it, trillion naira. Yes, you heard me very well. Trillion naira. I was trying to make a calculation and I asked myself how much was our budget that was proposed this year. Comparing that to these figures, we are paying for subsidy. So if we say from August 2023, which means someone has not been telling us the truth. Which means there is a comma somewhere, not even just question mark. That now takes us to the next. Who is getting the subsidy payments? Who exactly are those getting the subsidy payments? If we woke up to see this particular publication, we should also wake up to see the numbers, the names, and everyone getting this particular payment. Then ask ourselves this question: to what degree are these people, these companies, really committed to the transformation agenda of both this particular government and the nation itself? Is this case really a subsidy problem or a corruption case? Issues that keep me up late at night and I can't sleep. Issues that affect not just anyone, everyone. If you call yourself a Nigerian, then it affects you. Except if you are the one that is corrupt and collecting this subsidy payment. Except if you are the one that is picking off the back of government. Except if you are the one that is really not interested if Nigeria gets productive or not. Except if you are the one that is eating off the sweat of over 200 million people. Why can't we question? What is stopping us? There is a particular line I've learned over time in this particular studios where I call him a learned fellow, and he always emphasizes that citizen diplomacy is an answer to a lot of things. Citizen diplomacy. The people of a community, people of a country standing up together and asking questions, getting counted. Not just praying. Somebody will say, Chuks, why are you always saying praying? Because that is a wrong narrative that has been sold to us over time. The Holy Book says prayers without works is dead. Pray all we want. Then what is next? You work. You stand up and ask questions. You stand up and hold somebody accountable. Not pray and relax. No. Now, if citizen diplomacy is serious, then we cannot be docile. We must ask questions. We must seek answers. And we must collectively demand better and make sure we get answers. We have sent people across the entire 774 local governments to go represent us. They owe us answers. The man in Kaura Namoda, I wonder how you're getting fuel. I'm smiling because I know that the desert is very close to you. The man somewhere in Potiskum, I wonder how it's happening to you. If Lagos can be this tense, I wonder what fuel is like in your own side of the divide. The man in Ikom, how? There are no fuel farms or tank farms very close to you, which means somebody has to ferry and drive long distances with tankers to bring it to your end in a nation that is this blessed. So we ask questions. Like I said in my opening, it is me and my thoughts. Questions I really need answers to. Thoughts that are likely and will keep me up all night. So I verbalize it. I put words to it. And I ask you to do the same thing. We need to ask questions. This is SOUQ Pulse. And we must come together and make things work. We keep talking. We never keep quiet. My name is Chuks John-Rogers. SOUQ Pulse will be back tomorrow. Have yourself a beautiful evening.